if I remember correctly. So overall, the concert was really, really enjoyable. As always, Forest Rain was definitely the main event of that one. It's always very interesting seeing her perform. She always brings a really wonderful energy to the concert, and I really think that overall, the fans here really enjoy her work. So she's definitely always a big hitter when she comes to concerts.
Yeah. Now, were you there for at least part of Ask the Science Bronies?
Yeah, it was actually I was pretty much there for the whole entire thing.
Okay, all right. So, what'd you think of that? Now,
I honestly really enjoyed it. It was very interesting. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't there long enough for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, not there long enough. There was too many questions, so I wasn't able to ask my question.
Which was?
My question was going to be about the skeletal structures of the ponies.
Yeah.
And I know some people kind of were mentioning about like structures and how things work with, biology, with ponies and the characters within it. My question was, with Pegasi flying, having the ability to fly, if they follow the same kind of biological evolution as our birds did, that would mean they'd have to have hollow bones to allow them to fly. They also had mentioned that structurally...
Which would explain the really, really sickening sound that Rainbow Dash's wing made when she broke it.
Yeah, exactly. And also explains why the ponies always seem to be breaking their wings every other day.
Yeah.
But my question was going to be, if you're looking at that and then you're also considering the fact that the skeletal structure of a unicorn is different to support the horn on their head, especially if it's a really long one, then... how does that compensate with an alicorn, where they have hollow bones, yet they also have to have enough support to hold the horn on their skull?
I don't know, but I think Pinkie Pie is involved somehow.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
And I just love how they actually had a panel, I think, last year, The Science of Pinkie Pie.
Oh,
seriously, how can you explain half of the shit she does with science?
I don't know. She just breaks the laws.
Yeah. To say she makes the laws her bitch.
Yeah, makes the laws just all hers.
Okay. To say your mind and pony's effects upon it was actually a very great, very raw at times deal there. Especially when especially when Fiora got to the tale of her. Well, I'm not going to spoil it here. You're going to have to listen to it, but
yeah.
That sound you hear is me getting up to give her a hug.
Yeah. I mean, one thing you can definitely tell with coming to these conventions, you're dealing with a lot of people who have a lot of varying different backgrounds. And one of the reasons why so many people really love coming to this convention and people love this environment is specifically because they come to these... they have a lot of background with either bullying or even abuse at home. And coming to this convention, these are people who are very inclusive, very including of you, very understanding, very willing to accept you for who you are. For the most part, we don't ask... It's like a no questions kind of thing. Like, we take you at face value. If you're trans, we go, oh, okay, you're trans. Transition male to female or female to male, and that's basically the most the question goes to, and that's it. End of story.
The only thing I would say is, wow, that would explain the one you hugged me that just nearly popped right back in.
But overall, I mean, that's mainly the reason why, these conventions are so wonderful and why so many people enjoy coming to them is because of the backgrounds they've had and the type of things that they've had to deal with in their life.
Alrighty, and what did you think of So You Want to Be a Con Artist?
It was very interesting to listen to because, I mean, for me personally, I'm not very artistic, so I very well probably never, ever break into wanting to be an artist, and even so, selling wares at a convention as an artist. But at the same time, it's also a very interesting thing for listeners, if they're ever interested in, and not specifically for one fandom over another. I mean, this is all-inclusive. This panel actually helps explain what you need to do to prepare, even if you're not interested in, ponies or furries or what have you. But if you want to break into the anime conventions or just comic book conventions, it kind of gives you an idea about what to do and what you need to do to prepare for these sort of things and what to expect as well. So I thought it was very, very enlightening, even if it wasn't something that I was ever going to use. It's still information to have that if, a friend of mine ever wants to, I now have this information that I can provide to them.
Okay. Well, that wraps up day one. Day one, that's Kyle and Matt signing off.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye, mwah, and good night.